evening, everyone, and welcome to Your Time to Shine, a radio show designed to help you explore your own divine gifts. How are you doing this evening, everyone? I feel like it's just been a really intense cosmic week, actually, with the Lionsgate portal open on the same night as a full moon, or excuse me, a new moon, and all about, potential and change and manifestation. And then on top of that, everything has just been a little bit energetically ignited. I don't know, today was kind of a rough day. It just felt like tensions were high. People were very charged. The ones that I interacted with today didn't take much to kind of put them off guard a little bit, off kilter, a little more edgy with some people that I know usually have a very calm demeanor. And so it was showing up in so many a magnitude of ways today. So, and this week, just in general, it's been hard for me to focus. I don't know, have any of you been having a hard time focusing this week? Because I sure have. So again, it's all with the energies that's going on and around. And, for that reason, I just wanted to bring up it's so important to take care of us and our energies and making sure that we're not taking on anybody else's energies, because in situations like this, where there's this supercharged energy and people are a little bit edgy, us as light workers, empaths, all those people who feel very deeply, who feel the energy, light workers who transmute this energy for the highest and best good of humanity and of the planet. We're probably really feeling that right now. And so it's really important to remember to just take on your own energy and not take on anybody else's energy. And sometimes it's really hard to discern what's ours and what is somebody else's energy. And so I know we've talked about this on the show. If you have watched me for any length of time over the years, I have talked about this quite a few times, actually. It's one of my favorite topics. Why is that? It's because it's such an easy thing to do to keep our energies up, to keep our energies high. And that is to ask, is what I am feeling mine? Right? Then feel it within the body. If it feels light and it feels like it's kind of lifting off of you, then it's not yours. Right? So then what you want to do is you just simply want to say, return to sender with love and consciousness. Right? What that does is it releases all of those energies, all those emotions, those feelings that have kind of attached themselves to us in order for us to transmute and heal those energies. Sometimes we feel somebody else, or sometimes we just feel the energies of humanity, right? And so it's really not for us to take that on, to feel that pain, that discomfort, that sadness when you go, wow, my day's going great. Why am I feeling the way that I am? That should be the first thing that you should ask, right? If you've been feeling great all day and all of a sudden you just want to tear your hair out, you want to cry, you want to scream, that is the biggest tip for you, that this probably isn't yours, right? So if you release it and you still feel it, you then again repeat, what am I feeling, or who am I feeling? And if it's not yours, it's going to lift. It's going to feel a little bit lighter. And then whatever residual is left after you say it a third time is yours. And that's when you know, okay, something is not right. Why am I feeling the way that I am? Or maybe you feel you feel great, right? There's nothing else. So you really know that that was not yours to take on energetically. So it's really important to be in awareness of that. I have a feeling in the coming times, in the coming months, things might get a little bit more intense. Things are going on in the outside world that may be heightening these insecurities, these feelings of, outrage or sadness or whatever. Know that it's okay to have those feelings, number one, but make sure that they are really yours, right? So take that time to check in with yourself to see if that's what it is, and then release them. And then give yourself some time to relax, whatever that is, reading a good book, get out in nature and take a walk, um, have a bath with some Epsom salts, listen to some fantastic music and dance, whatever that is for you, just to get you back into center and to ground again. It's really going to be important in these upcoming weeks to do some of those self-care tips, those things that make you sing and make you happy. So don't forget to do that. A little bit of self-care goes a long way, and don't take on anything that is not yours. All right. Well, with that, we're going to go to the phone lines and take your calls. And so right now, we have Savannah in Pensacola, Florida. Good evening, Savannah, and welcome to Your Time to Shine.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing all right. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. A little bit better than this morning. What can we do for you tonight?
Um, I don't know. I just wanted like a general reading about like my future, if it's going to get any better.
Okay, I'm sensing a lot of I'm sensing a lot of anxiety and uncertainty, um, that that things have been a little bit rough for a while with you.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, hang on, let me tune in here, see what else they have to say about this. One moment. Okay, so Savannah, I feel like you've got a lot of expression, a lot of things to say, and you've been holding back. It's like you've been taking all of this and kind of internalizing it, um, and you're not releasing it. You're not letting it out, and you really need to do that, because what it's doing is it's giving you this heaviness. Um, you really need that self-expression, right? Um, I'm feeling like there's a self-expression through creativity, whether that's like drawing or painting, um, but there's like a creative element in this that can kind of help you release some of these feelings and some of these things that you're going through, because what it's doing is you just keep taking these feelings in you and you keep compounding them and just kind of compressing them down and down and down. And it's like what they're showing me is like taking a mound of like sand or dirt and like compacting it and stomping on it, right? And that's what you're doing, and you're not letting things come to the surface and come to breathe, and they really need to come out and do that. So don't be afraid to let them come out, because once they come out, there's this big release. And with this big release, there's going to be more creativity, more self-expression in your life. That's going to be what is going to be able to help you kind of shift things in your life and turn them around. Um, they're showing me that that's the biggest deterrent right now, is that you're not facing some of the things that you really probably should be facing. Um, there's there's been some things going on that really don't feel very good. Um, and of course, when we have those types of things, we really don't want to have to go through those emotions and those feelings to deal with them. But that's the only way they're going to get out. And that's going to be the turning point for you, is to be able to get through that. Does that make sense to you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Um,
What
I,
what they're show.
go
Oh,
ahead.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
You can go ahead. I'll wait.
What they're showing me is that it's like you're standing on the edge of a dark forest, but you're right on that edge where you can see the light. You can see the sun beaming through the trees. And if you look behind you, that's where all the darkness is. So you are right on that verge of kind of stepping through that threshold. Um, and, and then it's going to become clear.
Like, in what area of, like, I don't know how to ask.
An area of your life.
Like, um, what area, like, what area of my life is it, what do I need to work on, like, to get to that point?
Okay, hold on.
If that,
Yes, it does make sense. They're showing
okay.
me relationship. So I'm asking if it's a personal relationship, like a relationship with yourself, um, or is it a relationship with somebody else? It's a
I
relationship with
feel
somebody
like,
else.
yes, that's what I was going to say.
Yeah, it feels like it's a relationship with somebody else. Um,
As somebody else
is
is
it?
calling me right now.
Oh, look at that. Not surprising. Is this a love interest?
Yes,
Okay, because I feel like there's this friendship component that's kind of shifting and turning into like a relationship. Um, what they're showing me is that this relationship is kind of blossoming. It's like in its infancy. There's like a seed, right, that's been planted, and it's opening up and blossoming. Um, it feels like this could be a good relationship. There's been some rockiness up until this point, and I think that's why you are feeling a little bit unsure, feeling a little unsteady. And what I'm being shown is that the other person is going through some self awareness almost, where they're growing and changing, and they almost don't know what to do with this. It's a big shift, but it's a good shift, but they just don't really know what to do with it. So you're kind of feeling that right now. Um, it feels like they're pushing on you pretty hard. Are they pushing on you to like make a decision or to move forward?
Signing a lease agreement together.
Okay. So a big step forward. How are you feeling about that?
Um, I'm not, I'm not too sure how I feel about it or how you feel about it.
Yeah, I can feel the hesitancy in that decision. Um, they're showing me though that this could be a good thing. Um, it feels like you're bringing in some issues with a past relationship, and it feels like it's muddying this current relationship. Like there's ties from a past relationship that really didn't go very well, and so it's like you're on guard and you're bringing forth those into this relationship, and so it's time for you to release those feelings. Again, they're showing me how you've compacted things down in your emotional body. And so in order to be able to release some of those things so that you can move forward in a more healthy relationship.
Because the person, I've been with him for 4 years, but it's been very rough. And maybe some of the things from about 2 years ago, I'm still holding on to. Is that
Mm-hmm.
possibly?
Yes. Yes. Very much so. It's not allowing you to be able to break free um, and to move forward. If that makes sense.
Yes. Is
Okay.
it? Is it? Is there any um, positive future for the relationship and a family? Because I have a little boy. Because I've been feeling like I've just been stuck in a standstill for about 3 years now, and it's exhausting.
Yeah. It feels like that there needs to be so it feels like that there was before this relationship there was another relationship that was very taxing on you, and it was like you kind of moved from one to another and you really didn't have a break to be able to let your body to be able to let um, your emotional body, your physical body kind of come back from that piece of it, right? Again, it's about holding that you're holding these pieces on pretty tightly. Um, and again, it's something that needs to be healed and needs to be released for you to be able to kind of move forward. Um, there's this, I feel like there's this great, hang on just a second. They're not, they're, they're not really showing me what that is. There's this, they just keep coming back to you in this self-care piece, that there's this piece that you need to be able to come back to you and take care of you. And I think this new place of, you know, I'm feeling that there's this piece where you guys are going to sign this lease and you're going to start a new chapter, right? It's going to be clean and like a fresh start almost. But I think you've already been feeling that, but you're just a little afraid because of past experience. Savannah, are you still with me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So does that make sense?
Yes, ma'am, it does.
Okay.
Okay. I don't even know what to ask. I got so many, I would have so many questions in my head, but now it's like blank.
Have kind of blank, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. They're not showing me anything else, Savannah. You know, they're showing me that you just have lots of support and lots of love on the other side, and you're going to get through this. But you need to be able to take care of you. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Well, I hope that's been helpful for you.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
You're so welcome. Have a great night. All right. Next, we have Stephanie in Georgia. Good evening, Stephanie, and welcome to Your Time to Shine. Hello, Stephanie. Hi there. Can you hear me?
Hello?
Hi, Stephanie. Hello.
Can you hear me now? I'm sorry.
I can hear you now.
Okay. Can you hear? I'm here.
Perfect. So what can we do for you this evening?
Well, just I'd just like to know some things in general. Just a general reading of what to expect. What will my future hold? I guess everything kind of has been bleak, but I think I'm taking a positive turn in my life. I hope.
Mm-hmm. It feels that way, yes. It feels like things are shifting for you and shifting very quickly. I know that there's kind of been this up and down roller coaster feeling for you. At least that's what they're showing me. But it's almost like this breath of fresh air, this new beginning, this new light. But they're showing me it's shifting really quickly. So I don't know if you've already started feeling that, like how things are starting to materialize pretty quickly. But I think you're going to continue to see this rolling forward, shifting in a lot of aspects of your life, your personal life. Looks like there's some shifting within your job a little bit, giving you a little bit of relief there. It feels like there's been a lot of monotony. It's like you're wanting to break out and break free from that. And I feel like there's things that are shifting in that. I don't know if there's new opportunities within that job, more responsibility or a shift in responsibility, but there's something in that's kind of coming up that's going to catapult things even more coming up in the future.
Oh, that would be great.
I'm being shown like a body of water, like a lake. Are you planning a trip, even locally? It doesn't feel like you're flying anywhere. It feels like it's a local trip.
Well, we just came home from a trip to the lake, and we often go camping at the lake. Yes.
Okay. they're showing me this. I think there's going to be more of this coming up, because what it does is it rejuvenates your soul and gives you kind of a new spin on life. So the more time that you can spend around a lake, around a body of water, just being in in nature itself, it's going to be able to give you that time to kind of go deep within yourself and kind of ask some of the questions about, what else is happening, what other great things can happen in my life. Start asking these open-ended questions. How great would it be if, right? What would my life look like if, right? Start asking these open-ended questions, and when you're asking these questions, make sure you're sending like this positive vibe, because you have you've just got a great vibration, I have to say. So use that great vibration that you have within you. And when asking these questions, send out that really positive vibe, because what that's going to do is send all these positive things out to the universe so that it can come back to you. Okay.
Oh yes, I've been told to think. A part of me thinks really positive and thinks the best outcomes, but then sometimes the negativity kind of outweighs the positive. I'm trying to let the positivity flow more than the negative.
Yeah, absolutely. And just be really gentle with yourself on this. It's a process, but you are a very positive person. And so use that to help you go through this and kind of catapult yourself through this. Okay.
Okay.
All right. And I hate to cut you off. But I've only got a few seconds left in my show. So I hope the little bit that I've been able to talk with you has helped.
Yes, it has, because my life has been a roller coaster, and it's been up and down, and it's beginning to take a positive change, because I'm having to make some personal decisions that and make some changes to make it happen. But it's beginning to head forward.
Perfect. That is awesome. Keep up the good work. You're doing fantastic.
So much.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Well, that does it for me. Thank you so much for joining me this evening. Everyone take care out there. Reach me at www.wingsofsoulswithjulie.com or my Facebook pages, Your Time to Shine and Julie YeagerWalker Medium. Have a great week, everybody.